Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Beemer Fam. You guys join us here with both of my BMW M4s, my F82, and my G82. We're sending this car to a whole different state, and it's actually returning to Michigan for the first time in almost 2 years. So this is the last time the F82 will be next to the G82, at least for now, but they will be reunited actually pretty soon. So now we're gonna hop inside the M4 and we're gonna meet up to a location around 15 minutes away. We kind of enjoy the last final drive here in California with the F82 M4. So as you can see, the M4 is now made it to the delivery point where the driver will be taking this car all the way to Michigan. So you can see there's only just a couple cars on there as is. And yes, we did do the open trailer to save a little bit on coin because this car needs a thorough detail anyway. So these guys should be taking into account the low profile, the carbon lip and stuff on this car. So man, it just looks so good sat here. Again, you can see the mountains, the trees. I mean, just the vibe right now in Southern California. It's hard to top, it really is. Mineral white is really popping right now. The car is fairly dirty, at least the wheels is. The body's clean, but we never washed the wheels. We kind of just left the brake dust and stuff on there. It is getting up there in age and mileage. It's definitely you know, a used car. Very happy with it, but we've got some things, including like on the front lip, we've got some rock chips on the carbon. You can see the grill is kind of getting chewed up from all the miles we put on it, all the highway driving. Even though we have some chips on the carbon and the grills, we don't really have much on the paint. The paint is, and the body overall is just very good condition. These cars are very low profile, even from factory. So this car has stock suspension, and we have a stock actually factory M4 CS front lip. And still, I mean, the clearance is, dude, it's very, very tight in there. So it would be nice to see some of the techniques the drivers use out here to get the car up onto the ramp. It might get a little dicey kind of in this area right here, but that's usually where you put the wood to kind of change the inclines and stuff like that. Now, I've had a couple cars shipped in the past. Actually, just one car, my E39 M5. The first M car I ever bought, I shipped it from New Hampshire to Michigan, and it was open trailer. We never had any issues. All we had to do was just detail the car afterward. It was very dirty. We just washed it. Hopefully nothing goes bad on this as well. I think these guys know what they're doing. They've also shipped other of my friends' M cars around the country as well. So they're very reputable in this department with open trailer shipping. So. Okay. Wow. So the problem is the front lip is too low. We're actually going to take the front lip off so we can ship this out today. We got to make this thing possible. So this thing is going to come off. We're untightening it, and we're just throw it in the trunk, and we can reinstall it back in Michigan. Ew. That is nasty. Terribly nasty splitter in the trunk. Some headlights, some other F82 parts. We'll be traveling with this car. They had me drive this thing up on there. This is crazy. They got the F80 on there, and I did it myself. Oh. I can't believe I just did that, bro. That's the first time. That is crazy. But you see the M4 is up there. I mean, it's looking good. He's tightening the thing down, getting it fastened in, and this car should not move at all until it reaches Michigan. So it won't have to come back off. It won't have to keep getting unloaded and loaded and whatnot. So we were able to clear the front end on the car. Everything's good, man. I can't complain. And you can see what the M4 looks like without a splitter. It looks absolutely terrible. You can see that nice AWE exhaust under there as well. But this is what I've been talking about. The tires are in very bad shape on this car. It's downright illegal, to be honest. I mean, it's not cracking. You don't see any wires yet, but that is absolutely horrendous. This one is bad too. We had too much fun in the canyons and stuff like that. And yeah, we're riding ball tires in the back. Again, no wires, so we've seen worse, especially on the M5. The front tires are fine, but yeah, they're bad. first time in a very long time, the M4 F82 has returned home to Michigan. And seeing it parked up here in the driveway of the Beemer Fam HQ is pretty wild. So first and foremost, we have two other of our BMW cars here today. One of them is on the road on the way to this location as well. And we have a few more that are getting worked on at the moment. But we have our 1 of 100 manual BMW M6 Grand Coupe. And this car is absolutely amazing. We've added this nice little carbon fiber spoiler on there, but it's got a full Meisterschaft catback exhaust. It's also got the valve option as well. But these tips themselves are around 4 inches. You can see this comes with the factory diffuser, but we have another diffuser from Vorsteiner that's on the way. So that kind of complete the look of the car because we've added Rohana 20-inch wheels. Because huge shout out to Fitment Industries. They were nice enough to send out a full set of Rohana bronze wheels. And it looks absolutely amazing with the black and the carbon fiber. So we also did this carbon fiber side skirt. I'm not sure if you guys saw this mod as well. That's a nice touch, especially on the side of the car. Makes it appear lower. Also matches the spoiler. And on top of that, we added a nice carbon fiber front splitter as well that will match the whole kit on the car. And then up top we have our 650 Grand Coupe in Alpine White. This one has very subtle, pretty much no mods on the car. Just has like black grills, black accents, pretty much bone stock. And this has red interior on it as well. And this one's kind of just been hanging out. We haven't been driving it much, pretty much just been storing it. Not too many future plans for this. However, this is a huge moment for us right now to have this F82 back in Michigan. So a few years back, I picked this car up down in Sarasota, Florida, and we did a nice 1,000-mile road trip up to Michigan here, and then we drove this car all the way out to California as well, Southern California. So this car has been in almost 15 or 16 states total. It's definitely an understatement to say that I'm excited to see this car parked up in this driveway once again. I mean, we added a lot of mods. We installed this nice spoiler here. We also installed this LED diffuser with my father here. So, but we can also see we have added some new mods since the last time it's been here. So since then, we've installed these nice GTS style taillights, which is actually still in the trunk right here, a bunch with a lot of other stock F82 parts that I have from California. And then we also added these nice carbon fiber mirror caps as well, the replacements, which look absolutely insane. But more importantly, one of my favorite mods on the car was us adding this carbon-tastic LED steering wheel, where pretty much kind of started the next phase of Beemer Fam with the POVs on Instagram and YouTube. A lot of you guys followed because of this steering wheel alone. Obviously the rest of the mods on the car are cool, but this steering wheel is so crucial for kind of the more recent phase of Beemer Fam, so which is kind of nice to see. But with the M color stitching, the carbon fiber is flat bottom. You got the M Performance piece right there. Very crucial mod and looks really good. But with that being said, we could and probably will be adding some more mods to this car. Just looking at the front end, looks amazing. It's super clean. You guys love this build. But we could also do kind of an M4 GTS or CS style hood. We could do the facelift LCI style headlights as well, and or we could do the yellow DRLs to kind of give it a little bit more color in the front end too, make it stand out. But last but not least, we could also change the color of the car itself. Right now it is mineral white metallic and looks really good, but imagine this car in a Skittle color. We really could switch it up if we want. But one of my favorite things is seeing the car sitting here is looking at the rear tires. The rear wheel fitment on this car is absolutely stunning. I mean, just wow, it's just big meaty tire, and these are only 285s. We could go wider in the back. And the best part about this M6, it has a V8 twin turbo, a 6-speed manual, and it has a stage 2 tune. So we're looking around almost 750 wheel horsepower on the setup. And there's even a slight crackle gunshot tune on it too, just a couple pops in between shifts here and there. Makes for overall super exciting video. If you guys haven't seen the POVs and some of the videos we've done on this car, must check it out because it's super rare. But now that it's here, we can kind of see any damages that may have occurred. And I must say, we didn't encounter any extra damage that wasn't here already, which is super awesome. It's something you have to worry about when shipping these cars. But also, the guy didn't even want to initially ship this. I basically told him, we've got to get this car out of here, so let's go ahead and take that front splitter off. So it took a lot of convincing to make him realize this car could fit on an open trailer. But that being said, I don't think I would do the open trailer again. I would probably go enclosed just to make sure the car is safe, but more importantly, the front end doesn't get scraped up, since the clearance on these things are super low. Just from see the big body X7 just pull up too, looking good. The purple on the paint, man, is amazing. A little dirty, but love this thing, especially with the 3 cars parked up. Got the boy D-Ren M5. Has a loaner because his M5 is in the shop, but he's got a nice iX in white, which looks good with the M4. Fully electric. These two together M with the IX. It's a nice little combo. So there should be a lot of technology inside of this thing. Man, look at the interior. It's got the nice ambient lighting. Oh yeah, it's still a BMW, whether you like electric or not. It is nice inside of here. The seats, the leather on that, but look at the moonroof on this thing too. Definitely very spacious in here. You know, steering wheel is a little bland, but it's probably good for daily driving. It kind of gives me taxi Tesla vibes in here with this little empty space down here. I feel like they didn't have to do that because that's kind of like Tesla, but maybe they kind of wanted to make it a little bit more familiar. Nevertheless, looks like they got some leaves on the dash, or maybe this is like vegan leather. But obviously this is the newest generation of iDrive. So this is a 2024 or 25, I think. It's a brand new car. We've got 700 miles on the dash. It's a little different than my G82. It's a little different than my G82. This is the newer generation, the kind of like that Tesla screen. A lot of people don't like it. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I like the more classic kind of iDrive system that's integrated into the dash. And you can look at the back of the car too. You be the judge of that. I think I like the back better. Nice cars right here today. This is the best way to integrate the M4 back into Michigan. We've got iX, we've got F82, but look at the garage right now. The X7's in here looking good. The 650 Grand Coupe and the M6. And then when we wake up in the morning, first thing we're gonna do is go ahead and get some coffee. We're gonna take you guys with us on a nice POV drive. The first drive in this car here in Michigan. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. See, we are back on the road in the F82 in Michigan, on my favorite road, man. I haven't driven this road in this car in a few years. And if you guys remember that coffee run we did, as soon as I put the wheels and the right mods on this car, we're going to the exact same place to get a nice treat. Some coffee, some smoothies, pretty much enjoy the day. It's around 75 degrees out, we've got clouds out, it's summertime in Michigan, and it's amazing. So, car is riding very smooth, as you can see. Sounds extremely good as well, and I'm just happy to be back inside this thing. One thing we got to sort out though with the steering wheel, it keeps turning on and off. That's something I have to talk to Carbontastic about. Maybe some kind of just loose connection somewhere. And we've got deer, so we're definitely gonna have to be careful today on this street, especially in the summertime. There's deer everywhere over here. But I think we kind of got to let them know that we're coming. You know, so we got to stay loud, is what I'm saying. So, you know, we're thinking about doing a few things to this car, just to have some fun with it. We mentioned something maybe about a hood or changing the color. You know, that's one thing I love about the F80 versus the G80. You still get a little bit of whips in those wastegates and the turbos, like when you give it gas and let off, it lets off this combustion. The G80 doesn't have that as much, but it's so profound in this car. Wow. And I love this exhaust. It sounds so good. Something about this road, you get these nice sweepy roads, you get a couple nice tight turns as well, but the whole time we're pretty much driving along the river. So what's nice also about this road, we get a lot of trees, so it gets a different sound than something like the canyons. I feel like the sound carries better, it almost echoes off each individual leaf. You just get some cooler sounds. Scenery out here, man. The river right here, nice curvy, freshly paved road. It's a vibe. It's a vibe out here. My goodness. You know, the power band just keeps pulling and pulling. Those of you guys thinking about like F80 versus G80, man, the F80 is still such a good car. It's aging very well. It's very timeless. The looks on it is perfect. But how it drives, it's very nimble. It's very raw in a lot of ways compared to the G80. Like the steering on this is much more heavy. That's something I really don't like about the G80. With this car, especially with the CS software tune, I mean, it's so tight. It kind of reminds me of the E92 M3. Granted, we haven't done the software tune on the G80 yet. I imagine you can get the CSL software tune. You'd probably get something similar to this, but we haven't done that yet, so I don't know for sure. But I just love the feel of this, the electric steering on. Oh wow, another deer. Yeah, we gotta chill. We also have these magnetic paddle shifters from Carbon-Tastic as well, and they just go so well with everything in here. We did the little carbon bits on the shift knob. It's a great place to be. You know, we've got extended leather on the dash. Oh yeah. Oh my God. This car is just so capable, man. Even as a stock car, you really don't need to do too much to these things. They look amazing, they drive amazing. Makes a great daily driver as well. You know, I think what's something that's real cool about being back here is we're in Ann Arbor, post national championship of football. This is obviously a big football town, arguably the biggest football town in the United States. And man, we just got a national championship, so you know the vibes here are immaculate.
They do movie night outside.
Yeah, they got a lot of people here out today. Alright, let's go ahead and go grab some coffee, park up, kind of see what this thing's looking like on the outside. Oh my goodness. How's the chai hitting? This is the world's best chai, in my opinion.
Strawberry banana with whipped cream on top.
Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. You can see we got the M4 parked up here. A little bit of traffic going on, but we got M's on M's. M4 in front of the big house. It's always nice to see this car in front of the University of Michigan football stadium. It looks good here, just parked up. Got some nice little scenic shots of the car too. But that brings it up what we were talking about earlier, what we could do to this car moving forward. So obviously we can see the mineral white paint is popping right now. But you can see the hood. We could swap this out for the GTS or CS style hood. I think front mount intakes for this car, I think is a must. It's a little more intricate, a little more involved as far as the install than the G80. But nevertheless, it needs to have that with all the other mods that we have on the car, the tune, the exhaust, etc. And then from there, you could change the color of this car too. We have a few colors in mind, or we could keep the mineral white as is. The paint is in such good condition. It's really sparkling. It just looks so good. As far as anything else on the car, I really don't think it needs anything. I mean, eventually you could add bucket seats to the car, but I just love, very comfortable, especially since I have buckets from the G82.
Where they honking at?
I don't know.
Not us.
You gonna handle that there, bro?
Yeah.
So you could lower it, but I like how the black diamond wheels honestly give this car a really good fitment. Maybe the front end could get dropped a little bit, but then you're kind of sacrificing the practicality, especially with the M4 CS carbon front lip. We've already scraped it a couple times, so we don't want to do any more damage to it. But man, this car just sitting here. We're out riding and we found this nice M2 CS in the blue color. It's got the gold wheels, full spec carbon everything. It's got that checkerboard carbon roof. Oh, that is nice, man. I love this car. Very dirty. That means it's driven though. Wow, that's a car. I'm sorry, but that generation is my favorite M2. I think that looks a lot better than the G87. Haven't driven a G87, would love to, but that is just nice. So you can see we got the M4 parked up downtown Ann Arbor, and it is nice to be back down here on top of a parking structure once again. Ann Arbor is a great place to come up top. You kind of see some cool views up here as well. The clock tower over there, the whole business school and everything. It's very nice to be up here, kind of collect your thoughts with the car alone. So we definitely had a lot of great times with this car out in Southern California. I must say I'm very happy that it's home. We definitely have a lot of future plans for this car here coming up. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Check us out on Instagram at Beemer Fam. I'll see you guys next video.